Now, almost half of the UK population is currently not in a positive state of mental well-being. That is the finding of a survey carried out for the insurance giant AXA, involving 30,000 people aged 18 to 74 from 16 countries across Europe, Asia and the Americas. It found that some 21% of UK adults are in what the study describes as emotional distress. Well, the estimated cost of this in terms of working days lost as a result is put at £28 billion. Well, joining me now live from Switzerland is Claudio Gianal. He's the Chief Executive of AXA UK and Ireland. Claudio, very good morning to you. What was your motivation for carrying out this study?
Morning, Ian, and thanks for having me here. So it's the third year we do this, and the idea behind this is twofold. One is to make mind health a theme that can be talked about. So only when we accept that we have this in our society, probably we can do something about it. And secondly, also showing what an impact it has on the economy, and also what an important role employers can have in helping the employees to be in a good place mentally when they come to work.
Why do you think the UK fared so comparatively badly compared with its peers?
Well, first, on the good side, we had a better year than last year in the UK. We slightly have less people struggling than what we've seen last year, and more people flourishing. Now, compared to the rest of the countries we look at, there is a piece which is positive, where people feel that there's less stigma around mental health in the UK, so people are more open to talk about it. And secondly, I do think we had 2 tough years in the UK, and that shows in the numbers we have seen.
Are businesses getting to grips with this issue and supporting their employees more?
Well, I think what the numbers show is quite dramatic, where employees get support at the workplace, they are twice as likely to be happy, or 3.5 times more likely to flourish. And the difference that you can make as an employer is by having a culture of trust, respect and kindness, where people feel safe about being themselves, and everyone is struggling, and being able to say that work is key to have a good mental health condition. And the second part is having tools, apps. So, for example, we have first mind health supporters to detect people who are distressed, to help them. And if you do this, I think there's a big play that employees can have. And it's not just the employee himself or herself that feel better. They will be better with their families, in society in general. So it's helpful for everyone.
Now, obviously, you write health insurance. Do you see many people, increasing numbers of people taking up the mental health options?
So we have seen an increase in terms of people asking for help when it comes to mental health. Yes, we have seen that across the customer base too. And I think one of the things the studies also show is that women are more struggling than men, and especially young ones. I think that's the number that did strike me most, that 48% of all the people between 18 and 24 we asked say they have a mental health condition, which is 1 in 2.
That is very interesting. Why do you think those particular groups appear more vulnerable?
Well, I think if you look at the young ones, it's quite well documented that many of them have an addiction to tech, to social networks. So my read is they don't spend enough time in the here and now, accepting that life sometimes is difficult, spending time with real friends, real family. So when they struggle, that they have people who can support them. And I think in their lies of the solution. It's not something we can't address. Everyone has in him or herself the force and what it needs to look after yourself. But we need to take ourselves seriously when it comes to mental health, work on it, and spend time with ourselves to make sure we are in a good state, as we do physically.
And briefly, if you would please, Claudio, what sort of things are you doing within AXA to support employees who come to you when they say they have this sort of condition?
So we do have what we call first aiders when it comes to mental health, people who detect people who are distressed. That's a big piece, so that we can act when it happens. But the most important thing I believe we do at AXA UK and Ireland is having a culture that is built on trust, respect and kindness, which gives this fundament in the organization that people can be themselves at work and feel psychologically safe. And that's the biggest contribution I think we can make as a company, to make sure people have the right environment when they come to work. And then secondly is having tools that they can use. Yeah.
All right, Claudio, appreciate you joining me today, and thank you for being so patient and waiting for us. Good to see you this morning.
No problem. Thanks, Ian. Thanks for having me.